Hello, it's Kalisha here, and tonight I just wanted to share with you something that I've struggled with my whole life, and that was being memorable. And I felt from a very young age that I was memorable for the wrong reasons, and I never had that feeling of being popular or standing out, for having people that, at school you have the followers, you have the crew. Now, don't get me wrong, I would go through the seasons where I'd hang out with certain people. So one day I could be hanging out with the people that people saw as the boffs, or the geeks as we call it in the UK, which are the smart ones or the ones that are a bit quirky. And then the other day I could be with the most popular crew in school. So I fit in across the board in terms of being able to communicate, hang out with and spend time. But in terms of actually establishing roots and friendships, it wasn't something that was sustained within any of my friendship groups from school right the way through to college. And even when I did establish a root and I did have a connection with someone, if I'd bring them into the fold, like, it happened so many times that it was not a coincidence, that then connect with somebody else. So I was like a connector. I'd like bring people together, and then all of a sudden I was left alone again. And it was very frustrating because I was like, but why can't I have my friends? Like, why? And I actually shared this with a friend that I've known since primary school about 2 weeks ago, and we was talking about, how many people we're still in touch with or not. And I was like, you know what, I'm really honoured that we've kind of reconnected and we're close, etc. Because, I really enjoyed reviving our friendship. And, because I said to her, like, back in the day, I just never thought that this would really be possible, because you were always kind of part of the popular crew. As you got older, we're close, but then she just fizzled off and got more and more popular, and I just stayed quirky old me. So we just kind of distant. We went to different schools and we distanced off, and that was just part of life. I just got used to it, the disappointment of just losing friends. And anyway, she came back to me and she said, well, actually, Kalisha, I look back and I wish I'd stayed close with you. I wish I'd spent more time with you and hung out with you. And I thought, wow, I never would have known that. Because she said being popular is not all it's made out to be. It's very lonely, and it's, I got hurt a lot, and I thought, wow, I didn't know that. So, because I've never ever seen that side of popularity. I've never been that fortunate as I thought it was to be popular, and to speak to somebody who has had that experience, and for them to say, actually, it's not a great experience. It just takes me back to that place where you're always thinking the grass is greener, that they're happier, they've got more people around them, etc. And I learned just from one person's experience when actually it's not so. And the reason I'm coming on to this point today is the fact that when I got out of hospital, after being in there for 8 days, God told me to write a book. And it was something that I was like, okay, because I'd already said when I left hospital, I shredded that t-shirt of fear, and I decided from then on, I am going to live. I'm not going to exist anymore, and I'm not going to be silent. Now you get where the names come from. And for me, I've just listened to an amazing woman, Maria Mitchell, do her book launch online on Instagram Live. Amazing, amazing woman. I don't know her personally, but I feel in my spirit like we are soul sisters. I know this woman in the spirit. I just resonated with her so much, and I felt so blessed to even be a listener, just to sit and take in what was being said. Was mind-blowing to see her sitting there so strong and so full of purpose and hope after so much brokenness. Just again resonates with me sitting here today talking to you and saying I am going to write a book, and it's not by chance that I was listening and seeing a book launch before my very eyes, because it's a great thing, you know, to go through so much and to feel at your lowest and then rise from that place and feel empowered and feel more alive than you did even in your prior life. It's a crazy thing to try and explain, but I just want you to go on this journey with me and realize that through seeing a normal girl like me that grew up, you know, battling and trying to stay alive, literally, as you're reading the book, I've been knocked down more than a dozen times, and today I'm still here, and by the grace of God I'm still here, and I'm excited about sharing with you all the things that I've learned along the way and all the challenges that I faced that helped shape me for today, for this next chapter of today, of being able to walk in the fullness of what God has given me to do on this earth while I still have breath. So be encouraged that this book is going to be started tonight. No excuses, no holding back. It's happening, and I'm so excited. So thank you so much for those that have already subscribed, and for all the views I've had already. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's more than 2 people that have looked. So excited. So watch this space. God bless you, and I'll be back another time. Bye for now.